Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Half a day, I'm Clara Calvo bringing you your weekly renewal. Today I am here with Marie Virata Halloran, who has been the Executive Director of Rainbows for All Children. Can you share with us, earlier you're talking about the history of suicide prevention and how that came together with Rainbow for All Children.
Okay, so in the beginning I was trained to be a Rainbows director, and I went on a training to do that. And when I came back, I started to do some training so that we can have volunteers. And then a lot of our children have suffered from a loss from suicide. And at that time, there was no program on Guam on suicide. So for that reason, I had to go back. I had to go to Canada to be trained in applied suicide intervention skills training. So when I came back, I brought the program here. And finally, I think the Guam Behavioral had adapted the assist.
I know this past weekend there was an event, right? The annual Candlelight Vigil.
Okay, this year, usually we have the Out of the Darkness, our community walks, and then candlelight memorial service. But this year, we had Out of the Darkness, candlelight memorial service, and Mass.
Nice.
We put the Holy Mass
That's
together.
so important.
And we were so fortunate to have our bishop, our Archbishop. I learned a lot from him and from Father Paul. And
Father Paul Guffagan. Yeah.
he was our keynote speaker. We had a lot of the youth, and which is beautiful because we're trying to make that awareness and make them feel that they're not alone.
Yeah.
So Father Paul's sharing was so compelling, and also the bishop.
Locally on Guam, are you seeing any kind of shift as far as kids reaching out or parents of children reaching out?
On August 31st, we had a training for Rainbows, and one of the school said, Marie, this is really urgent because the demographic in that village had changed so much. So the teacher had shared that the youngest one that had completed suicide is 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
So that is really, for me, that is really eye-opening, what is happening.
Right.
So what I intended to do is go to the schools, which I have been doing. Dr. Lam, I was so happy. She came, and her son's birthday was, I think, September 8th, and she shared with the kids. And what she was sharing was, Ash would have been 18 years old now. He would be driving, he would be going out, but she was really directly talking to the kids.
Yeah.
We also had one, Roland Ada, who is military, and he was sharing with the kids. And the message is, there's always hope out there.
If I want to get involved and be trained, how do we go about this?
I think that the most important element of helping out is learning how to listen. Oh, Tessie, I hear that you're not feeling well and you're depressed. Can you tell me more? See, that way I'm trying to extract information from you rather than me asking you why.
Right.
Because when you ask why, it's a defense, right? It's intimidating. They have to check, why am I doing this? But then if you just add on to what they say, they'll make, this lady is really listening to me.
So thank you so much for doing your work. Is there anything before we close you'd like to share?
I believe that, we need to learn how to listen, and listening is a skill. Because, we are excited ourselves and we kind of interrupt.
Yeah.
But I'll be willing to, if you can sponsor something on how to communicate, how to heal, how to listen to someone. I think that is one virtue that we need to be able to
Absolutely.
accomplish. Yeah.
Effective listening.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Marie.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you all. I will see you next time on your Weekly Renewal.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.